Hello to all of my friends, supporters, and followers over on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Discord, TikTok, and wherever else you might be seeing this video. As most of you know, I'm Astral Melodia. What a wild weekend it has been for me personally. As most of you are well aware, Raindance Immersive was just concluded this past weekend, which is a celebration of all content creation that has been specifically done in the realm of virtual reality. It doesn't necessarily have to stick within VR chat itself. A lot of nominations did originate from VR chat itself. This year was a little bit more special to me personally with the inclusion of 2 additional categories for filmmaking: Best Short Film of VR and Best Music Video of VR. Earlier this year, I had submitted Light and Void Evil as a submission towards being nominated for Best Music Video of VR. It wasn't until a little later that I would eventually find out that, I got the nomination, which was pretty wild. I did a little bit of research on Raindance, and they have quite the history, if you didn't know. Raindance is originally a film festival that has been originating for independent filmmakers since 1993. It is a worldwide oriented festival that is held specifically within London in the United Kingdom. One of the more cooler things that I personally think is that in more recent years, they've decided to branch out into a new medium of virtual reality and mixed reality. Hence the birth of what is now known as Raindance Immersive. But I suppose the most important thing about this video in particular is the fact that with the conclusion of the awards ceremonies, I would like to formally announce to everybody that Light and Void Evil has won the award for Best Music Video of VR for 2023 at Raindance Immersive. While practically everyone that I know wasn't able to attend the award ceremony due to strict rules on attendance, I wanted to take a moment and make this video as a proper way to address all of you in some form of a award speech. So I just wanted to start out with this by saying that I never expected to be in this situation here. I honestly never believed in the fact that I would, 1, get nominated at this film festival, or 2, actually on my first time being here, win an award. It's kind of wild to think about the journey that I've had in content creation on VR chat. I still remember in fall of 2021 when I was just simply a cute little Zoroark on TikTok and just making some really funny haha videos. There was absolutely no way that I would have been able to have seen the future that would have been taking shape from that pivotal moment in content creation for me. My journey within content creation and VR chat really did start, though, with the COVID-19 pandemic. While I had used VR chat very minimally in the past, I was really only using it as a way of just world exploration, and it was a complete and total sandbox experience for me due to having strong social anxiety and a fear of talking to complete and total strangers. I think the reason why I'm here to begin with is simply due to some really longtime friends of mine. I really want to take a moment and thank the people who have really been there with me since the very beginning. Aurora, Morganite, and Rail the Protogen. I know there's a lot bigger of a list than just that, but these are the 3 people who have really impacted me in such a very strong way that I really wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for them. I want to thank Rail specifically for kind of roping me into VR chat in their friend circle. That was kind of funny. I still remember hanging out in the Obsidian Sanctum, that hangout world. That was like the main place that all of my friends really hung out with and socialized. And I want to thank all of the people who are in that friend circle who really accepted me with open arms and helped me during a very, very dark place for me personally in my life. Fall of 2021 was when I really started my content creation journey and picked it back up from the many years of doing digital art on DeviantArt and for Affinity prior to the pandemic. Before TikTok, before all of that VR chat stuff, content creation was something that I very minimally did outside of just producing stuff for art. I had several like World of Warcraft projects that I did previously many years ago, and I have always had a knack for creating videos, and I've just stuck with Sony Vegas this entire time. But I think one of the most prominent things throughout, whether or not I was doing artwork, videos, or anything along those lines, the main constant through all of that was music. I've said this so many times before, it's kind of a redundant thing now, but like, I'm a musician, I'm a professional French horn player. That's my background. I've always felt that music videos is one of the best ways that I can make content that really strikes a chord with people. I really do think that where words fail, music speaks, and I will carry that to my grave. One of my favorite quotes of all time is, "You are the music while the music lasts." And for me, that really speaks true to my philosophy and my approach to content creation. As I continue to do more and more with TikTok, I really started to look back in the mirror on previous videos and asking the critical question, how can I make this better? If this is where the bar is now, how do I continue to exceed that? Really, that has been the driving force to continue to improve my work to where it is currently. There was a lot of times where I used other learning resources, whether it was YouTube, looking up articles, things like that, watching film and studying it and analyzing it that way. There was a lot of different things that I would try to do to kind of take content creation a little bit more seriously. I think it goes without saying that I kind of found my niche, I guess. I've made a lot of friends on TikTok along the way. None of those friends more so than anyone else than my girlfriend, Little Miss Charmer. I really think that a lot of the spark that I had to continue to push forward and make it through the end of my contract with the military really did come from my girlfriend. I continued to feel better about my own confidence, my own self-worth, and so much more about me that Charmer was able to kind of show me again. I just really can't imagine where I would be without her right now. It wasn't really that long into our relationship where I started to conceive the idea of Light and Void Evil and the story of my Sona as it has taken shape to be. Charmer was there from the very beginning of the production of Light and Void Evil. That music video was meant to be a magnum opus of everything that I had gained knowledge of within content creation, cinematography, and production quality within VR chat. It was really about pushing myself and raising the bar as high as I possibly could to a level that I have rarely seen in content creation on VR chat. I want to give a tremendous shout out to Firestar and Hauntnor, who were the primary actors that helped me with filming many parts of the music video. We had such a great and fantastic time filming this together. Was every moment happy? No, of course not. But I think being able to get through the thick of it and really come out on top of what was being demanded of this production really brought us all together as close friends. I want to give another shout out to Legend, who was solely responsible for the fighting choreography that we saw in Evil. I genuinely believe that if it wasn't for Legend's expertise, that the climax of the video would have not reached to this level of effectiveness without their knowledge on understanding fighting choreography. Legend has also been doing phenomenal work on revolutionizing the process of how to do fighting choreography within VR. I really don't give Legend enough credit, and I want to genuinely take this moment to say thank you, Legend, for all of the hard work that you have done, and I really deeply appreciate working with you as a friend and as a collaborator. Really, the main stars of the show are Light and Void as avatars and their designs. And it wouldn't be possible to have such beautiful designs if it wasn't for Nefertiti and Ember Dragoness. Both of these amazing artists are solely responsible for the creation of Light and Void as you see them today. Over the course of a year or so, I've helped nurture the growth of Nefertiti and Ember Dragoness on their work on avatars from start to the present. I believe that I was one of Ember's first commissioners, and I'm fairly certain that I was Nef's first. Both of these creators I have a very close attachment to, and they are some of my best friends that I have ever gotten to know within VR chat. Seeing their artistry grow from the beginning up until now has really been a genuine pleasure of mine to witness and to help support. I also want to give a direct shout out to everyone who helped coordinate as additional actors or anything else along the lines of being moral support or helping us with some of the shoots that we did and shots that we did. I'm not going to be able to get an idea of everybody, but some of the people that are more or less the unsung heroes are Small Red Fox, Leo Zenny, Aurelian, Border LH, Akasa, Little Miss Charmer, Cloveroo, and I believe that's it. I'm probably missing some more people, unfortunately, but I genuinely want to thank everyone who helped out with this production. I also want to give a shout out to all of my community members, and specifically my patrons, who have really been there with me from the beginning. Many people since the early days of TikTok have seen me grow as a content creator and as a person. And it isn't without your help that I was able to get here in the first place. I want to thank all of my good friends who have been there with me and supported me even through severely tough times throughout these past 4 years. I also want to give a direct shout out to all of my friends and colleagues over at Ferality. Being the videography team lead has really helped enlighten me and work together closely with people who are actively in the AV industry as well as the filming industry. Additionally, being able to work with such passionate individuals within the videography team and video production team specifically has really been some of the biggest highlights that I have had since joining back in January. I also want to take a brief moment and congratulate all of the nominees for their incredible accomplishments within Raindance Immersive. I have been able to make some brand new friendships from people that I had no idea existed before this festival. I constantly look back at several of those videos and think to myself about how amazing it is to be among the elite within the current medium and standard within content creation in virtual reality. If there's anyone who is watching this who has not seen all of the nominees within Best Music Video of VR and Best Short Film of VR, I would highly recommend that you do so at raindanceimmersive.com. I also want to give a shout out to both Joe and Maria over at Raindance Immersive. Both of these individuals were curators for all of the videos and all of the submissions for each category at Raindance Immersive. Getting to talk one-on-one with both Joe and Maria about the accomplishments both within my video and within VR has really been one of the more pleasurable experiences that I've had at Raindance Immersive. I genuinely want to accept this award not only for me, but for all content creators out there on the platform. This award, to me, means more than just for me as an individual. This is a celebration for all of the massive accomplishments that all of us have made into yielding high-quality productions within a virtual space. All of us are pioneers within this new and rising medium, and I am so incredibly thrilled to be able to be a part of this experience with all of you. As a final thank you, I want to say thanks to all of you who are currently watching. You have absolutely no idea how much my life has changed because of all of you. Hearing so many stories about everyone being inspired by the work that I do, the things that I do, and so much more has really given me a much needed wave of positivity that I continue to strive for. I genuinely believe that this community has some of the brightest talent that I've ever seen in my years of content creation. Having the community that I do now, having met so many fabulous people and making new friendships from people who are not only just genuinely great people, but people who are also inspired by the work that I do. All of you have made such an incredibly strong impact on me that I simply cannot put into words alone. The journey does not stop here. The journey will continue to move forward, and I am incredibly honored to have you and all of my friends at my side as this journey continues into its next chapter. Thank you so much to all of you, and thank you again to Raindance and my fellow colleagues and nominees for this category for all of the tremendous and hard work that you have done. I am excited for these new friendships that I have made, and thank you so much to Raindance for such an incredible opportunity to be able to share my talent with all of you. Thank you so much.